Hello, welcome or welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Brooke, and I'm a mom of 5 living with my husband and children on a remote farm in central Canada. So, today is payday, and so I've paid my bills and I've taken care of all that through online banking, and everything that was left after paying the bills has been pulled out in cash, and we're going to use that for today's cash stuffing. However, before I get started, I would like to take a look at my wallet envelopes and see what we've got left from last week. And I forgot to grab those, so I will be right back. All right, so for my wallet, we have groceries, gas, dog food, and the feed store for all our farm feed needs. So this past week, actually, I didn't spend as much as I anticipated, so I know I do have some left over. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. I got an old paper 5, so that's going to go into my collection. And this one I'm going to set aside back here. Gas, nothing left. Dog food, nothing left. Feed store, nothing left. Okay, so let's count what we've got and then we'll stuff these. This week I have 20 and 40 US. 1, 2, 3, 400, 450, 500, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90. I lost count. Let's see. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 55, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 96, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. $630 this week to go into weekly spending and sinking funds. All right, let's start with groceries. I always start with groceries. Groceries this week is getting its usual $350. Whoops. Apparently I can't put my money back. All right. Oh my goodness. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 50 for groceries. And lately, I have not been spending quite as much as usual on groceries, so hopefully I have more rollover next week. Okay. Gas is going to get its usual US 40. I go across the border for my gas, which saves a lot of money. Dog food is going to get 90, so we'll go 50, 70, and 90. And I don't think I need anything from the feed store this week, so I'm going to leave that one. And that is the wallet taken care of. All right, let's get into sinking funds. First, we're going to start in our home and family binder. Let's move this just a bit. There we go. Okay, the emergency fund this week is getting $10. So we have 100 in the bank, 200 in the bank, 300 in the bank, and then we've got 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, 365 in the emergency fund. Then we are preparing to go on a trip in about a month, and so I've been putting money aside for each of my kids. They each have their own envelope for spending money, And so I've got $25 allotted. That's $5 for each child. So 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. Let's move these forward. There we go. Okay, so oldest baby number 1 gets $5, and he now has 5, 10, and 15. Baby number 2 gets 5. She also now has 5, 10, and 15. Baby number 3 gets 5, and he also now has 5, 10, 15. Baby number 4, another 5, for a total of 15. And baby number 5 gets 5 for a total of 15. So I'll just keep stuffing that until it's time for our trip. And then the kids will get that money to use for their spending money on our trip. And that trip is for a family reunion of sorts. Now, I wish I had money to put in the other envelopes in this binder, but this week I do not. So that is that for that one. Next, we're going to get into our farm and vehicles. And let's see, the only thing I'm stuffing in this binder this week is hay equipment. Oops. So hay equipment is going to get 10. So that's a total of 500 in the bank. 20, 35. 535 put aside for replacing our hay equipment. And that's it for this one. Next, we're going to get into holidays and whatnot. So birthdays is going to get 10. We now have 20, 40, 60, and 70 in birthdays. The corner of this bill is folded right over, which drives me nuts. So I'm going to do my best. There we go. Fix that. Okay. And then I'm going to flip to Christmas. And Christmas is also going to get 10. And if you see some flies, don't worry about it. We're on a farm. The windows have been open. The door has been open as kids come and go, and the flies just come on in every chance they get. So in Christmas, now we have 20. Oops, let's see. Let's try going this way. These are sticking together. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 105 in Christmas. And then I'm going to flip back here to trips. And this is why I don't have very much money to spread through other envelopes, is because right now I'm dumping as much as I can into this trips envelope so that we can actually go to our family reunion. So this week I'm putting 120 in trips. So now we have 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80. $280 set aside for our trip to see my family. So that's about, I think that'll be about a 22-hour drive to get there, and about that to get back. Darn flies, man oh man, they drive me nuts. And then the very last 5 is going to go into the retirement envelope. So now we have 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, and 60 in retirement. And this brings us to this $10 rollover that I had from groceries, which is going to go into my $10 savings challenge. And I don't have a marker on me at the moment, so I will fill the tracker in afterwards. But I've done these up and they are free on my Ko-fi, so please feel free to help yourself. It comes in a set of 3, a $5 challenge, $10 challenge, and $20 challenge. So now in the $10 challenge, we have $10, $20, $30, $40, and $50. And by the time we fill this, we should have a savings of $1,000. And I have nothing this week for the $20 challenge and no US ones to put in my $1 envelope. So that is that for today. Short and sweet, straight to the point. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.